People say boxing is brutal, but nobody expected what happened to the Puerto Rican boxer Prichard Colón that night. And ever since, fans have asked the same question: how much is too much? At just the age of 23 years, Prichard Colón looked unstoppable. He was confident and talented, the kind of fighter promoters dream about. Born in Orocovis and partly raised in Orlando, Prichard was fighting not just for money, but for greatness. As an upcoming boxer, he represented Puerto Rico in international boxing competition, and he quickly gained attention for his explosive power and sharp technique. People believed they were looking at the future boxing. When Prichard turned professional, he tore through opponents, one after another, knockouts, fast victories, undefeated nights. By 2015, his record stood at 16 wins with 13 knockouts. Fans loved him, commentators praised him, and his future looked limitless. Then came October 17th, 2015. That night, Prichard stepped into the ring against undefeated American boxer Terry Williams. At first, it looked like a normal fight. The arena was loud, the punches were heavy, both men came to win. But then, something disturbing began happening. Williams repeatedly punched Prichard behind the head, illegal and dangerous punches, the kind of punches they call rabbit punches. Prichard immediately complained to the referee. Again and again, he pointed at the back of his head, clearly frustrated. But the warnings did not stop the fight. The punches kept coming. As the rounds continued, Prichard began looking different. His reaction slowed. His balance looked off. The sharp young fighter, who once looked untouchable, suddenly seemed confused. Still, the fight continued. Then came the moment nobody understood. In the corner, before the next round, Prichard's team removed his gloves improperly. Under boxing rules, that means he could not continue. So the fight was stopped, and Williams was declared the winner. But nobody knew something far worse was already happening to Prichard. Back in the dressing room, Prichard began vomiting. He was complaining of severe dizziness, and then he collapsed. The young boxer, who walked into the arena full of confidence, was now unconscious and fighting for his life. Doctors rushed him into emergency surgery, but the diagnosis was disturbing: a traumatic brain injury, pressure building dangerously inside his skull. Surgeons removed part of his skull in order to save his life, and then Prichard slipped into a coma. For days, the boxing world watched in shock. Fans prayed, fighters posted tribute, people searched desperately for updates. But days became weeks, and weeks became months. For 221 days, Prichard remained in a coma. His mother barely left his side. While the world moved on, his family lived inside hospital rooms, holding on to hope, one painful day at a time. Eventually, Prichard began showing signs of improvement. Small movements, eye contact, attempts to communicate, but the damage was done. A boxer who once dreams of championship now faced a completely different battle, learning how to live again. And people began asking difficult questions. Why wasn't the fight stopped sooner? Why were the illegal punches allowed to continue? Could this tragedy have been prevented? Even today, many boxing fans still replay the fight with anger and heartbreak, because Prichard Colón did not lose his life that night. He lost the future he once fought for. His story became a warning, a reminder that behind the bright light, the deafening crowd, and the championship belt is a sport where a single night can change everything forever. Because in boxing, fighters are praised for enduring pain, or refusing to quit, or pushing beyond human limits. But Prichard Colón's story forced the world to stop and ask, when does bravery becomes dangerous? And how much is too much? If you like stories like this, like my page and follow for more.